Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. I really appreciate you taking out time to check out this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. So thank you in advance. So another episode, another RPG, and this may be a controversial take, but I'm going to show you I think the best entry in the Star Ocean series so far. Star Ocean: The Last Hope. Now I say that because there are people amongst my friend circle who may have a different opinion, and that's okay because Star Ocean makes pretty much all really good games, or at least very solid games. So I want to talk about this one because this is one that I've remembered very fondly. It kind of like brought me back into RPGs at the time. I played this on the Xbox 360, but we also get a chance to check out the 4K HD remake, which Star Ocean, this particular Star Ocean to me already looked great. There was not really anything that I wanted to see more visually, but I mean, this is a cleaned up version. It's smoother looking, things like that. So, you know, we get to use this one, and it gave me a reason to buy a game that I hadn't had for a very long time. Because unlike most of the other systems that I've had, the PS3 360 thing is not something that you can just acquire with the right technology. You got to have physical versions of those. So this gives me a chance to now own this on PC, which was great, but not to talk about what I'm doing. So this RPG, obviously one of the biggest things is combat system. Combat system's fantastic. I felt like this was like the next step from what we had in the earlier days, and even with the PS2 version, this feels like the next step in the Star Ocean series, especially combat wise, which was really fun for me because it makes it to where I never felt like bored when I was grinding levels. This is one of the games that I would grind more so than others because combat never felt like a chore to me, and I think that's really important with RPGs because they can sometimes get boring. But yeah, visually fantastic looking game. You play as Edge, and you meet obviously a whole cast of characters. But the cool thing is the way this game starts out is you're trying to basically find a new planet, and you know, you land and you think everything is sweet, and then things start to go wrong, which leads to a whole bunch of other shenanigans, you know, as the Star Ocean games are. You go to multiple different planets, and you find out, you know, the whole big picture of everything, and it, you know, kind of goes further and further and further into you all of a sudden fighting some deity-like object, but you know, par for the course. But I really enjoyed this game, playing through it again, but just originally the story is fantastic. The characters are some of my favorite Star Ocean characters, and I wish I was able to, you know, like show you my save file from back in the day with all my people. But the game also has, you know, the item creation is back, and it's just as good as most of them. Now, the one thing with this one, that they didn't do the visuals of people trying to do the different crafting types, and that's something that we'll have a different video on Star Ocean for the PS2, because they did like the best crafting system just because of the visuals. But this one, you know, still has a really cool crafting system, and the way you know, do all the different gather types, the mining and all those different things, they make Star Ocean a really great series. This is not one of the shorter ones as far as like RPGs or lengths. Like, this game can get really long, but you can just, you know, kind of focus on the main thing. There are side stories and stuff like that you get to do. The further you get into it, the more of like an actual like it's not necessarily a town management, but you know, you get to manage all these different people and different skills and different quests that come along with them. So I think it's really cool. But you know, to me, this one just had all of the makings of a really good RPG, really good story, not too much bad humor. Some of the RPGs, they're not great at humor, so they end up doing a lot of bad humor. But this one, I really liked all of the jokes they did, and the way the characters, especially the way Edge develops, because he comes from, you know, kind of the same lineage. One of the things I like about Edge is he reminds me of Claude, not just visually, but a lot of his characteristics, like trying to prove himself and things of that nature. So, you know, kind of identify with the character. Now, if you've played this game, who is your favorite character, and where do you kind of rank this game in the series? None of these things are that serious, so don't take yourself too serious. But if this is a game that you've enjoyed, I'd like to hear your thoughts. And if not, and you're an RPG fan, it is not too expensive, and it is well worth whatever the purchase price is within reason. But I definitely recommend this as an RPG to play. So I appreciate you taking our time to reminisce with me. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.